We know that in Breaking Dawn, Bella is living her hashtag boy mom fantasy. She is so excited to have a little baby that looks exactly like Edward that she can name Edward Jacob. She's gonna spoil this baby. She's gonna let this baby go on an unaliving spree. She's gonna be like, I just never knew love until I had it. You just never know it until you have your little boy. Coco, do you agree? So the question is, why didn't little baby racquetball give Edward a heads up, think to herself, I'm a girl. You can't name me Edward Jacob. She could have also thought to herself, please beg my unhinged mother to come up with a different name for me. But Rolaska Talks does not reveal that she is a girl. Why is that? One answer to the question is that she just doesn't understand the concept of boy and girl. She may have a fully developed brain when she starts thinking and Edward can hear her thoughts, but she still needs to be introduced to these concepts. But a theory that I think is fun is that little racketeering projected, using her power, these images of this perfect little baby boy into Bella's mind out of self-preservation. Imagine that little reduction in force was so smart, was so diabolical that she was like, listen, I know that my mom doesn't really want kids that much. The only way I'm really going to get to stick around is if the only thing that she cares about in this world is Edward. So if she thinks she's having another Edward, I have a chance at survival. These are the first thoughts that Bella is having immediately upon realizing that she's pregnant. Like, she has taken no time. Alice calls and won't tell her what she's seen. And so she freaks out and she's like, if Alice had seen a vision of me with a green-eyed, angel-faced child in my arms, she would have answered me, wouldn't she? That image of a little baby human Edward is immediately in her head. Then she says, while I waited through the split second it took for Carlisle to speak, the vision I'd imagined for Alice danced behind my lids. A tiny, beautiful little baby, even more beautiful than the boy in my dream. A tiny Edward in my arms. She hasn't even fully processed that she's with Demon Spawn yet, but what she is processing is that it's going to be a mini Edward. I think realistically, this just shows how sickeningly obsessed she is with Edward and how out of whack her priorities are. But I do think it's fun to imagine Rolaska Talks just like nudging against Bella, right? And just diabolical from the start. Just being like, I gotta survive. I gotta eat my way chomp, chomp, chomp out of this womb and I'm gonna do what it takes. And if that's EJ, that's what I'm gonna project.